Ken Bruce said the BBC did not pressure him to leave as he opened up about his Radio 2 exit ahead of his Greatest Hits radio debut. Ken Bruce, 72, was a beloved and consistent voice on the BBC for more than 4 decades, but departed the broadcaster earlier this month to join Greatest Hits Radio. The DJ has now revealed the real reason he made the switch to the rival station, insisting that the BBC did not pressure him into leaving but that he did receive a rather anticlimactic send-off. Ken first announced he was leaving his iconic post on BBC earlier this year, indicating that he would remain at Radio 2 until the end of March. However, weeks later Ken revealed on Twitter that his exit had been brought forward, leading to an uproar from his fanbase and countless theories spawning about just why he was leaving. He wrote on Twitter in February, "I had intended fulfilling my contract until the end of March, but the BBC has decided it wants me to leave earlier." The earlier exit date also left the DJ with a month gap between his final BBC show and his start on Greatest Hits. During this spare time, which the Quizmaster hasn't experienced since the 1990s, Ken spoke to the Daily Mail to explain the full story behind his exit. Ken's latest contract with the BBC ended this month, and when the bosses hadn't been in touch by Christmas last year with any updates, the DJ decided it was time to leave. The more complicated side saw the DJ having somewhat of an existential crisis due to his work at the BBC. Ken explained that covering the royal funerals of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II left him pondering, "What more can I do here?" He added, "I wanted it to be my decision. There was no pressure and I've been more appreciated in the last 10 years at the BBC than I was in the first 25. But I decided to go." Ken believes he may have surprised the BBC bosses, but even as they made some attempts at keeping the DJ and his dedicated audience, Ken still refused. He explained that money is not his only motivator in life and that he wouldn't feel happy taking more money from the BBC. Ken was disappointed when he learned his final show would be earlier than expected, and expressed his dismay at his parting gifts. He shared, "They very kindly sent me a hamper from a well-known London store and I got a bottle of wine and a bunch of flowers.